The bitter February wind whipped through Oakwood Cemetery in Madison, Illinois, as the mahogany casket holding my husband Michael descended into the frozen earth. I stood there, Emily Carter, 37 and shattered, clutching the folded American flag from his brief Navy service like it was the last piece of him I could hold. We'd been married 12 years, building a life in our quiet suburban home, he as a pharmaceutical sales rep, me as a corporate accountant at a small firm. But now, with the plane crash still echoing in my nightmares, everything felt like it was slipping away. The minister's words about eternal peace blurred into the murmurs of mourners, colleagues, neighbors. Michael's frail mother Margaret leaning on her nurse. My own parents stiff and distant as always. My mother, Patricia, stood beside my stepfather Robert, their faces masks of obligatory grief, offering no warmth in my coldest hour. And then, as the crowd began to disperse, she appeared, my half-sister Jessica, whom I hadn't spoken to in years, pushing through with a bundled infant in her arms. Jessica, sharing my mother but little else, had always been the family's wild card, the one who vanished from gatherings after we'd refused her pleas for money 2 years back. She cradled the 8-month-old boy against her sleek black coat, his tiny whimpers cutting sharper than the wind. "Emily," she said, her voice laced with something triumphant, not sorrow. My stomach twisted as our mother and Robert flanked her, forming a barrier around me. "We need to talk about Michael." "Not now," I whispered, raw from 3 days of endless tears and arrangements. But she pulled out a manila envelope, raising her voice for all to hear. "This is Ethan, Michael's son. And according to his true will, everything, the house, the savings, the insurance, goes to us." The words hit like a second crash, the ground tilting under me. Gasps rippled through the remaining crowd. Margaret's face crumpled in confusion. I stood frozen, the flag slipping from my numb fingers, as my world fractured again. How could this be? Michael, faithful through our infertility struggles, fathering a child with my own sister? Back home. The silence was deafening. Michael's reading glasses on the end table, his boots by the door, the faint scent of his cologne, it all mocked me. I poured a scotch, then dumped it, needing sharp edges, not blur. The envelope sat on the counter like a venomous thing. Instead, I rifled through his office, my accountant's mind kicking in, piecing together a puzzle I didn't want to solve. Bank statements, travel receipts. His planner, small cracks appeared. Extra days in Chicago, unexplained extensions on business trips. Then, in a hidden drawer, a secret account, cash withdrawals starting 16 months ago. $500. $750. Steady drips. My phone buzzed, texts from mother. "Think of Jessica's situation. This affects the family." Rage boiled. Her situation? My husband was dead, and she was siding with the woman claiming his bastard child. Deeper I dug into his email. A password-protected folder unlocked by our last failed IVF date. Cryptic messages from an anonymous account. "Can't keep this up. Need to end it." The last one. "Weeks before the crash, please understand." Nausea hit hard. Outside, thunder rolled, mirroring the storm inside. Then, Michael's returned phone. Battery dead until I charged it. Notifications flooded. Work, news, and a text thread with an unsaved number. His final message, sent the morning he boarded that doomed flight. "It's over. Telling E everything tonight." Telling me what? About Jessica? The child? The money? He died carrying it all, leaving me in this void. I needed answers, not ghosts. Sarah Thompson, my old law school buddy turned estate attorney, met me at a downtown diner. her sharp eyes scanning the photos I'd snapped of Jessica's will. This reeks. Emily. Electronic sig. Notarized, but the firm on the letterhead? Bogus. Never heard of your husband. Jessica's threats arrived via text, contest it. And she'd sue for slander. Sarah's jaw set. Intimidation 101. We verify the notary. Witnesses. And paternity. Michael's mom can do grandparent DNA. I thought of Margaret's shock at the grave. She'd agree. Jessica? Always the favored one. The baby mother protected after leaving her dad. We denied her that $10,000 loan when we uncovered her lies, eviction for splurging on luxuries. Now this. Could Michael have been paying her secretly? The idea clawed at my infertility scars. Our years of treatments. Disappointments. Why hide a child from me? Sarah built the case like a fortress. Original will from 5 years back. Naming me sole heir. We filed to freeze assets. Jessica's texts escalated. Mother's pleased too. He's your nephew. Emily. Accept it. Nephew? From betrayal? Old wounds reopened. Mother's favoritism. Robert's cold distance. Seeing me as the stable one who didn't need coddling. But now, I needed armor. Michael's college buddy. Alex Rivera. Called days later. Hesitant. Heard about the funeral claim. Jessica pulled a scam on me 3 years ago, fake pregnancy. Begged cash. No baby ever showed. Venmo proof. Witnesses from others she'd conned. The notary? License revoked for fraud. The firm? Empty office space. Then the bombshell. Sarah's investigator unearthed Jessica's insurance claims. Pregnancy benefits started January last year. Father listed as unknown. If Michael was involved. Why hide it? Margaret's DNA test loomed. But first, Michael's medical files from our specialist, azoospermia. 0 sperm count from college mumps. Permanent. Impossible to father naturally. My hands shook holding the note in his handwriting, confirmed. No biological kids. He'd known. Carried that silently through our grief. Jessica's lie? Biological fraud. Deeper digs revealed the money trail. Deposits to Jessica matching Michael's withdrawals, but starting earlier. From Robert's account. Blackmail? The investigator confirmed. Robert's embezzlement from his job. Small schemes. Jessica had worked there briefly. Likely discovered it. Squeezed him dry. Then targeted Michael. Hidden emails in his desk, Jessica's threats. I know about your high school mess with Emily, how you stole her from her ex. Ancient history we'd buried. And that college reunion fling with your ex. Laura? Photos incoming unless you pay. 16 months ago. The reunion. Fabricated proof. But enough to panic him. His replies, payments to protect Emily. Final email, last one. Telling her everything. Your lies end here. Dated before the crash. The truth ignited fury. Jessica hadn't just lied about the child, she'd tormented Michael for over a year. Poisoning his final months with doubt. Making him sell heirlooms quietly to fund her greed without alerting me. He died burdened. Protecting our marriage from her venom. I texted Sarah. We exposed them. All of it. The cost? Shattered family ties. But what ties? Mother's blind loyalty. Robert's complicity as a will witness. They were accomplices in this betrayal. Court day arrived. Tension thick in the packed Madison courtroom. Jessica, with her slick lawyer, played the victim. Ethan in her arms. Michael turned to me during their infertility hell. She sobbed on the stand. Lies piled, Chicago rendezvous. Secret love. Sarah dismantled it, no Chicago proof. Forged notary. Fake firm. Then the medical hammer. Specialist testimony on Michael's sterility. DNA results. 0 match to Margaret. Courtroom chaos, Jessica's mask cracked. She's lying. Emily killed him when she found out. Bailiffs restrained her as Ethan wailed. Judge Harlan Brooks ruled, Will fraudulent. Original stands. Referred for criminal probe, fraud, forgery, extortion. But the real gut punch? Ethan's true father, Brian Keller. A bar fling. Surfaced post-news coverage. Text proved conception months after her Michael affair. Jessica had hidden him, using the baby as a state bait. Charges mounted. Robert arrested for embezzlement after Jessica ratted him out in interrogation. No loyalty in their den of thieves. Mother called, begging, she's family. Forgive. I hung up. The emptiness final. She'd chosen wrong. Repeatedly. Sentencing. Jessica got 7 years. Robert 3. Pleased to avoid worse. Mother. Uncharged but broken. Ambushed me outside court in spring rain. I've lost both daughters. No. I said, turning cold. You discarded me long ago. I walked away. The door slamming shut on blood ties that had only wounded. Margaret and I sold the house. Moved to a Tennessee duplex, fresh soil for healing. Amid packing, Michael's letter surfaced, blackmailed by Jessica. Lies about infidelity. Paid to shield you. Telling all went home. Our love is unbreakable. Postscript, adoption? You'd be an amazing mom. Tears fell. But hope flickered. He'd faced her poison alone. For us. 6 months on. In a Nashville court. Joy replaced grief, adopting little Sophia. 2. With her stubborn curls. Margaret beamed, new friends cheered. Thomas, Michael, had been right. Family by choice outshone blood. Jessica's greed exposed his unwavering love. The ultimate truth she couldn't steal. In the end, living fully was my quiet revenge rising from her ashes. Scars and all.